Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. Art and blow coming through with the truth. Keep it 100, that's the only rule. Every week, bring something you ain't know. Hot topics, that's the name of the show. Hit us with the like, follow, share, and that cash app coming to you, player. Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. It's time to tell the truth. 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 Kids, if one word is what we came to do.
Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blow. We got a special guest with us tonight. It's Brother Melvin Muhammad. He's an advocate for the youth. He has a book out. We're going to get all into that, and we're going to let him explain, some of the things that he does. But tonight's topic is a hot topic. You do not, I will say this again, you do not want to miss this show. This show is about, can we agree to disagree? That's the whole thing about it. And I think this country has gotten to a place to where don't nobody even want to agree to disagree. I mean, you ready to fight whether I agree with you or not. I mean, I don't get it. That's just what's going on out here, but we're going to get this thing rocking. We're going to do it like it is.
You already know it's time to tell the truth. Give us a call, 704-449-6563 at highlight at everyone. Like the page, you already know, put your cash apps up. You can watch us live as well. Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. Again, Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. If you put your comments up on Facebook and you want to know why we ain't seeing them, why me and Art, Brother Muhammad aren't responding to them, is because you're not watching through YouTube. You got to come through YouTube. Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. Tonight's topic is, can we agree to disagree?
That's right, brother.
We're going to give Brother Muhammad, Melvin, just a minute to introduce himself and tell you a little bit about what he do, and then we're going to get it popping throughout this show.
Well, yeah, hey, I'm glad to meet everybody, and I just want to come on here and hopefully we can meet. Hopefully we can find a meeting place between those that believe and those that don't believe that Martin and Malcolm were two separate entities that were destined to really clash. And here we are. We are at that point now. Just want to introduce my new book. It's been out a little while. It's called A Blue Sport. Anybody get a chance, check it out. It's on Amazon, self-published, and we are pushing a movie. We got a movie. We'll be starting to shoot that on the 5th of September. We'll start our first shoots on that, the actual full-length movie. I'm excited about that. But definitely, brother, I think we can find a meeting place between Malcolm and Martin's, both of their teachings, the way they met, the way they disagreed, the way they agreed on some things. I think we can find a meeting place, but we have to sit back. We got to go back and try to figure out where we went wrong. You know what I mean? And that's important about it.
Well, I think that'll be a good place for us to start, Art. I think that could be our first topic. We could go with Martin and Malcolm. Can you agree or disagree that Martin and Malcolm was bad? Do you think Malcolm was good? Martin was bad? Do you think Malcolm was bad? Martin was good?
Well, I think that it was a little bit of both on a little bit of both sides. Ain't nobody all good, ain't nobody all bad. Did Martin Luther King do some good things? Yes, he did. Did Malcolm X do some good things? Yes, he did. Did they both do some bad things? I think so. I mean, the truth ain't never really fully been told about those stories as it's said. I mean, they say Martin Luther King was an asset of the government. He was working with them, which I truly believe is documented in certain places. People don't want to hear that because they don't want to come to this medium of understanding. They want to look at everything as being all good. Just like basically they'll look at Barack Obama. Oh, everything, me and you can't get on the show and say nothing bad about Barack Obama, and people start snubbing up their nose, even though you can't bring nothing that he ever done for especially the black people, not to mention everybody in the country. They can't start naming anything. We know he bailed out the banks. We know he killed 1 million people over there with the war. With all those drones, he dropped so many bombs, he ran out. But yet they would criticize the president we have now that ain't even did half of that stuff. So, I mean, that's part of it.
With my opinion about it, like I said, to be honest, in school these days, they talk about erasing history. They kind of stay away from Malcolm. They'll talk about Martin more than Malcolm in school. You know, all of us when we go to school, they teach us about Martin Luther King Jr. But they
Right.
they,
Yeah,
they'll mention Malcolm X, but that's merely it. They'll show his picture, his name. They'll say he was a Muslim activist, and they'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I think Martin Luther King. Uh, I think he single handedly could be, and I really can't say because in 1968 it wasn't slave masters and slaves at that time either. But I think it helped usher for a generation that I'm in where I can be successful. I can hold a position in a company. I can take care of my family. I can go to work beside the white man. I can have white friends. I can date white women. I mean, I think that the world has got to a point where most of the racism that's done is not really done openly.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
manufactured.
I will always believe that it's more so systematically today. I think the racism that we really fight today is systematically. Art say it all the time. You have somebody go in the bank, takes $7,500 and get 50 years, but then you had a white man steal 15 million from the company and he get probation. So systematically, we are still being doomed. We see the cases that's going on right now that's got the racial tensions high. I think that systematically we still in chains and we still have a lot of progress to make. But I think as far as when it comes to black and white, I'm not really big on this. We still on the same street with Jim Crow. I think we come a long way from that. I think that nobody my age has ever been a slave, and I don't think that somebody white my age have ever been a slave master. I don't believe whites hate black people to the point of what a lot of left leaning people try to make it seem these days. I just I don't see it. A
well,
lot of people
well,
that I went.
I disagree a little bit right there, brother, because
Okay.
we got to understand. I think that's why a lot of us go on these trips with white people thinking we're gonna come back alive. You know, I mean, listen, brother. I'm gonna say this. Like I said, I'm 62. I'll be 63 in September, brother. And I'm gonna tell you, I done been shipped across town to another school. I know what that mess is like. A whole hour on a school bus, and the school right across the street from where I live at. You know what I'm saying? So I know and I understand. And I want to say another thing that there were some people actually still in slavery in 72. They didn't even know. They didn't even know they had been freed. If I'm not mistaken, they looked that up. Google that thing. Somebody had to come and tell them. But but no, but listen. We got to understand and we got to teach our kids just like we gave them that cop statement. We know now we gotta talk to our young men and our young women when they stepping out in the street, when they dealing with these police. We have to give them a talking to. Well, we got to do that now with our young brothers and sisters. You can't go off with these people. And listen, understand, brother. I don't even know. I don't even if I can. You're dealing with somebody that can actually smile in your face and cook you on a barbecue spit. How else can somebody? I don't know no other way to put that today in 2026. You know, you smiling and grinning around somebody that, believe me, if you're around a bunch of them, somebody see you as a dinner plate, brothers. And I mean literally if they get a chance. I don't want to get the show too I'm gonna get everybody all in a ruffle, but no, brother, we gotta know who we dealing with. And that's why we in such a mess today, because we was taught to sit still and take a beating, take a kicking, take a spitting.
So
We were taught to take
let me
a dog bite. You know, we were taught all of that.
let me ask you a
Now,
question.
yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Are we dealing with the same people though?
Oh, you dealing with that. You dealing with the worst people today. Because one thing about it, it was in our face then. You know what I'm saying? You knew who Bull Connor was. You know what I'm saying? You knew what he was coming. You knew when he came, you know what he was bringing. But now you see, you got him smiling and grinning, and you got you working next to him. Understand something? 70 years of voting, and we haven't got one gain from it.
Well,
Only thing we got from voting,
Brother
is
Melvin, let me ask you this.
replacement. Yes.
Let me ask you this, Brother Melvin. Let's see if we can all agree on this point. You just said a fact right there. You just said that all this voting and we haven't got nothing for it. Okay, we marched up and down the streets. We tore down buildings. We burned down buildings. We did all this stuff for George Floyd, and you couldn't even as much get a black hate bill out of it. The Asians get 2 people hit upside the head, and all of a sudden they got a hate bill. What did you march for now? I'm just saying. And who was directing all of that? See, the problem is we always been being tricked. See, and that's what the problem is still today. Now, why you can't tell me we didn't even, out of all the marching everybody done, writing in the streets, all this stuff about George Floyd, and you didn't get nothing, you didn't even get a hate bill out of the deal. I'm just saying. Now you got to watch who you've been following the whole time. See, people get their perceptions mixed up, and they can't never seem to get on the same page. Now, last week we talked about mind manipulation, the MK Ultra program, okay? The mind control program. It's what they've been doing. If you can't right here sit and tell me that the same people that you voted for has ever done anything for you, and you talking about voting for 72 years, you got to start naming something to me that has actually been done for the black people, for all these subsidies like food stamps and all that crap. That was not, everybody's already knows right now that that's not been a good thing for black people, period. Welfare is not a good thing. We know that. We know that what that was designed all about. So, I mean, you come and you say, well, we've been voting for 72 years. Can we agree that we might be voting for the wrong people?
Well,
I'm just saying, can we agree with that, Blow?
I already know we've been voting for the wrong people. I mean, my thing is, I think now we can't even recognize the right people.
Right.
We can't recognize the right people because there's no reason right now. Every American, no matter you black, you white, you Asian, you're Latino, whatever you is, if you're an American citizen and you working overtime right now, you making every dollar off of your overtime. And you want to sit up here and you want to tell me that you want the man out of there so they can take it back. I'm looking at my check stubs. I got my check stubs. They don't take 1 red cent out of my overtime. I'm making $500 extra dollars per week on my pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Malcolm said that there's no justice and there's no righteousness. There's nothing coming from a vote. Forget it. You know, I'm telling you, I believe you can vote all you want. I don't think you're gonna get anything from a vote. I think one thing that's going on right now today that's showing that we could do this on our own is when you see the brothers and sisters taking back their own nail salon business. You know what I'm saying? They're getting back into their hair care because that was a whole industry that was like railroaded from us. You know, and now you see them. Now we're talking about buying black, buying back. Listen, we could do this ourselves. Damn a vote. I'm saying this. Damn a vote. We could do this ourselves. We've done it before. You know, we have seen Black Wall Streets all over the country, and they was burned. I understand they were burnt down. They was destroyed. You know what I mean? Then people started handing us blankets, handing us soup. You know, that's where they keep creating their welfare. But I think we can do this ourselves if we understand and turn back. We gotta let them go.
Well, I don't even think it's something we really got to think hard about. I think it's just as simple as doing it. Well, I think it's as simple as doing it. I mean, me, you, and Art on here right now, we can all take $10 and make 30. You know what I mean? So all it don't take as much as the people making it see. See, my thing is, can we agree that if a vote can get us more money coming into our families, it can create more opportunities for us to do our own thing.
Right.
Well, we decided today that, you know, if we can't see the intangibles from the candidate, we stand home. That's what's going on today. And I mean, hey, if you can't give us some tangibles, that we can rely on, we stand home. You know, and I listen, I haven't voted since Barack, since his first election. I voted for him, and after I saw what he did for those 8 years, he made me not ever want to vote again. You know what I mean? So and I mean that's just the way that's the way I move now. I think that we can do what we want to do. If we built Black Wall Streets all over this country, we can do it again. And we did that without
none of the resources, without the resources.
Exactly.
Without the resources. Everybody got resources. We all got resources.
I think we can do that. I think we can do that now. Listen, understand, listen, the devil got a whole lot of help.
Absolutely. And guess where the help coming from?
Everywhere.
Guess where the help is coming from? From the inside.
He recruiting from all over the country. He recruiting all over the country
from the inside. That's the whole problem we got. We got a recruitment from the inside. We got the Al Sharptons out there, you know, telling you everybody's evil. I'm just saying. We got he recruits from the inside. We got people out there telling you that it's okay. I'm talking about black people. We got black people telling you it's okay to put a trans is in front of 2 years old. Yeah, okay. We got black people out there telling you that's all right to put people naked walking down the street in front of babies. So, you know, all of this craziness that's going on, that it's all right to put men in women's sports and give them the Women of the Year, a Man and Woman of the Year award. So I mean, we got black people doing this. That's where I heard from the inside come, because they're supposed to be respectable. They're supposed to have some advantage to be able to get stuff done. And they call them our so-called leaders. Who in the world designated Al Sharpton to be the black leader of Black America? That's what I want to know. Stuff like that. Who designated this clown to be our leader?
These people be handpicked and selected.
Right. We don't pick our leaders. That's the problem. We let other people pick our leaders, especially the black leaders. Who put Hakeem Jeffries to be our leader?
Exactly.
They pick these people.
Yep. So this is what we're gonna do right quick. We're gonna show some videos and we're gonna talk about them, and we're gonna see if we can agree or disagree with the content of the videos.
Right.
All right, here go the first one.
Hey Kiki, we see you out there. Thanks for joining in. We see you, Charmaine, out there.
You got a country run by idiots. If you have to get your parents' permission to go on a field trip and get an aspirin at school, but you don't have to get their permission to get an abortion, you got a country run by idiots. If you must show identification to board an airplane and cash a check and check out a library book, but you don't have to show identification to vote in our elections, you got a nation run by a bunch of idiots. If the government wants to prevent and they want to take our guns away, and turn around and send F-16 fighter jets to our enemy countries, take our guns away, and give ammunition to our enemy countries, you have a country run by idiots. In the nation's largest city, New York City, you can buy 2 16-ounce Cokes, but you can't buy 1 24-ounce Coke, because 24 ounces of a sugary Coke will make you fat. But you can buy 2 16 ounces. You got a country and a city run by some idiots. If your government believes the best way to eradicate trillions of dollars in debt is to spend more trillions of dollars in debt, you got a country run by idiots.
Well, I guess it's safe to say we got a country that's ran by idiots.
I guess it is safe to say that, Blow.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, all the things that this man just named. Hey, what's up, Trap P? We see. About all the things that this man just named is what this country is doing. And he's exactly right. I mean, you know, you want to send your kids, can't have an ID to vote. They don't want you. Who don't want you to have ID to vote? Who says you shouldn't have ID to vote? I don't understand that, but you got to have one for everything else. See, this is what we talk about.
I mean,
When
I
you
want to
start
know what
looking
makes
at
it
people
racist.
saying this stuff, then you start to
Common
find out
sense.
where the problem at.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
common
you
sense.
need to vote for everything else. You need an ID for everything else.
Right.
On the
They
field trip.
know. I would say, listen, hey, anything that they do, anything the devil do, they after us. Let me tell you something. You the target. I don't care. They gonna get a lot of stragglers on the end, but I'm telling you the target.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
and
I
that's
want
the exact reason.
everybody in the sound of my voice to understand something. You the target.
And
Everybody
that's
else
exactly
ain't
why I have a problem. And that's exactly why I have a problem with a party that want to do something for everybody but us.
Yeah.
You the
I have a
target.
problem with that. I have a problem with a party that's always saying that y'all are being mistreated by the other side, but then they do for everybody but us. That don't make sense. I mean, that's like you stupid. I mean, that's basically telling you to your face, you stupid. It's like you owe this, you built this country, you've been mistreated here, and then they put us in power, and we gonna do you right, and then they do everybody else right, but us.
Yeah.
You the
I mean,
target.
it don't make no
They
sense.
don't.
And I
They
see
got.
that.
There's a real fear of us, the black man, the black woman, the FBA family coming together and being one again. They don't want that,
Right.
and that's why they messing with our kids. I don't know why more men haven't stood up against these people messing with our kids the way they are.
I agree with that.
Let me ask a question.
Where are the men at? What's the brother saying? Ain't nobody saying nothing, brother. But hey, they're mad at Trump. Trump said something, and he tried to do something about it. Okay, he making a lot of more mistakes, but more men need to stand up and say something about what they're doing, castrating these little boys and little girls the way they're doing it.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think us as a race, do we deserve to be in the position that we in?
No, I don't think we deserve it, but I think that we were like what you call coerced into this position. See what I'm saying? That's what I don't think we deserve it. I think we deserve to be where we, I mean, it's already been prophesied that the bottom would be on the top again. You know what I mean? That's already been prophesied. But no, we don't deserve this. But we've been coached and coerced into this position by these so-called black politicians, brother. They working in all of these offices. Understand something? They working in the city hall. They working in all forms of government. Listen, everybody's got so much invested in this system. It's hard to fight it. You're gonna lose something. You're gonna lose something trying to buck this system, man. So they're not trying to get it up right now.
So what you think, Art?
Do I think we deserve to be in the position that we are in? You mean black people?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at black people, is like what we know about black people. See, one thing about it that I think that I get a wrong judgment when it comes to Trump about is I know how we operate as black people. I think I know that we are corrupt. I think I know that most of us are corrupt. When I say corrupt, I don't mean that we go out and we rob and we steal on a daily basis, but I believe we are corrupt. What I mean by that, I'm gonna give you an example. Art, you probably heard this one. So let's say you're driving in your car and somebody turn and nick your car and get out your car, right? And hit your car. So you get out your car, they get out their car. They walk up to your car, they look at your car, they say, man, I don't need nothing on my insurance. If you look at your car, you don't see nothing on your car. They pull out a stack of money like this and say, please don't call the insurance company. And they go to hand you the money. Will you take the money or will you tell them it's okay, let them go?
Absolutely, I'll take the money. I would
and
take the money because
too.
I see ain't nothing wrong. And if you saying corrupt to that degree, yes. But if you saying, do we deserve to be in the situation? No, because I think it's a lot of factors that factored into us being where we are today. First and foremost, I think it was a lot of trickery that went on. Okay, it did happen. Yeah. I think it's still a lot of trickery going on. Because
plays being ran. Like Trav people say, plays being ran.
Yeah, they're running the play. That's right. They running the play. Like my man was saying, ain't enough men standing up with what they doing to these kids today. with the way they talking about abortion, with the way they got our children not wanting to have children. And all three of us know right now that the Bible specifically says, be fruitful and multiply. Okay, now be fruitful and multiply. So, but most women are being taught to not have a baby. They taught that money is the only thing that'll make you have a baby, and that most of them don't even want more than one. They want black women are something like what 17% of the population, and but their abortion rate is like 40% of the abortion rate. What?
And
I'm
this is my point right here, Keisha. You say you'll take the money, but see, my problem is people like us that we all can agree we would take the money. You got people just like us that go on there and say our president is corrupt. Like what you mean? Corrupt in like what kind of way? Like the same kind of way I'm corrupt? Right. Because I'm not the one for hypocrisy. That was my light bulb moment with Trump. My light bulb moment with Trump was when I realized that I was judging him for doing the same things that I do. I was mad at him more than anything when he said, oh, it was good people on both sides, but we know them people did something bad. But then I realized, shoot, I got family members that got court dates and I know they're guilty and I'm still sending them money. I'm still putting money on their books. I'm still screaming freedom. I'm doing the same exact thing. You can't trick me into being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? But on the other side, you got people like this that'll sit up here and call Trump this. They'll say, oh, Trump a pedophile. But then you'll send your child to you'll send your child to the sexy summer camp. Come on now, this stuff don't make no sense. You'll go in there and you'll sit in there with your little child while a trans read a book to him. But then a pastor can't come in there and read the Bible to him.
Right.
Check that out.
Right.
Now come on now, what kind of stuff are we doing? Right. That's the type of stuff I don't like. I don't like when people do stuff like that. Like you say, it's just idiots.
Hey. You the target, we the target, and I'm telling you right now, this 1% is trying to enslave all of us now. No more middle class, brother. No more middle class. So
and to be honest with you, and we talk about this all the time too. The ones that we think for us is the ones against us, taxing the rich. People at the bottom don't understand how taxing the rich is. Man, look. We supposed to want the rich to get taxed as least as possible, because one thing about the rich getting richer is a smart man would know if the rich get richer, it just create more opportunities.
Right.
It do, because one thing about the rich is they trying to get richer. Just like Art say all the time, if you got somebody that own a trucking company and the trucking company got 10,000 trucks, right? If you don't tax them as much as you taxing them, they could go buy another 10,000 trucks to employ another 10,000 people, to give insurance to another 10,000 families. But you want to take money from them. Like that's go help anything. That's creating less opportunity.
Well, the problem with that is, bro, you want to take money from them to send it to Ukraine, okay, for another war. That is the problem with me. Or you want to take money from them and bring in a bunch of illegals and give it to them, which has nothing to do with us. That kind of strategy is not a good strategy. Okay, if you was taxing the rich to give to the poor, that'd be fine. We talking about the poor that's right here in this country. See, you're not taxing them over in that country. You taxing me, and you ain't taxing. All y'all get taxed just like we do, and then we can't get nothing of it back. See, because if the rich owns a grocery store and you tax the rich, okay, the thing about taxing the rich is the bread gonna go up.
Right, we need
the
money.
Rich ain't got to buy the bread; they got bread. If bread goes up, that's who got to pay that. So they're not gonna take a loss regardless of how you do it. Why you think you got things going on as high as they are? Because when you tax the rich, they just raise the prices. Stop letting them think that that's a good idea to be taxing the rich. The best idea is to stop throwing away money. How about that part?
Yeah, and taxing the rich, it make it harder for us to get rich.
Money, you don't have to be taxing nobody.
Yeah, taxing the rich make it harder for us to get rich.
Well, I don't know much about rich. I'm not a rich man. I'm a poor man. But I mean, hey man, hey.
That's right, Tawana.
I felt rich when I was a little kid around my family. You know what I mean? I do contracting, right? I do painting and sheetrock, and we build homes. We kind of remodel places, and I had a lady that asked me one time. She said, "What I was painting a house." She said, "What do you want? You want you want rich or you want happiness? I said, I want them both. She said, no, you're not gonna get both of them now. Old lady was telling me that. And I was like, well, listen, I'd rather have the happiness. I don't go to work and not be happy doing it. You know what I mean? I don't my richness is in being healthy. You know, being healthy, being able to get up and go. At 62, I'll be 63 September. I mean, yeah, I'm glad. Hey man, I feel rich. I feel like I'm really doing good. Really took care of my body. Never had any development. You know, I feel rich in that sense. I miss my family. I wish I had my family all together. Those days made me feel rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Family together.
I feel rich today because I believe in my heart that I can afford anything that I believe I want. Anything I want, I can have. Anything I'm willing to sacrifice, anything I'm willing to sacrifice for is mine. And I think a lot of people still have this mentality like somebody's owed them something. Somebody owe you something, or somebody just gonna give you something. No, you got to go and get it. Everything is yours. You just got to go and get it.
Yeah, I believe that. We can agree on that. You know, but reparations is a debt that has to be paid, and I mean it's a debt that's got to be paid. I don't know how they're gonna pay it or when they're gonna pay it. I was talking to brother King. In fact, Mr. King is cousin of Martin Luther King. I was talking to him a little while ago. He said, you're not getting reparations. That's never going to happen.
No.
So some people believe it's never going to happen. I mean,
we don't need it. We don't need it.
No, we don't need it. We don't need it. But you want to make them pay for what they did to my mother, my father. See, a lot of people see it differently. See, you call them slaves. I'm telling you that's my mother. That was my father. That was my grandfather. That was my uncle. That was my family, man. And it's different. You see, when you see it like that, the approach is different. You know, you don't see slaves. I see my family that was tortured like that. No, somebody's gonna pay for that, man.
Well, let me ask you this before we get to the next clip. You see everything looking back. I see everything looking forward.
Hey,
I can't do nothing about what was behind me. I can do something about what's in front of me. Just like the person just said. We got to get
anytime you go into a doctor's office, the first thing, especially a mental doctor, he want to know about your past. He gonna go back as far as he can go, see where he can find out what the trouble is, where the trouble started.
Yeah, but see, the thing is,
well, yes, we know that, but the real thing that the doctor do is tell you how to go from where you at to where you need to get to. That's where he needs to tell you. From right where you at, you go in the doctor with a hurt finger. It don't really matter where I hurt the finger at. Okay, all that matters is you fix this. What's going on right now, so I can keep using this finger. Really, what happened to it don't have no bearing on it, actually, because you got to just fix from where this finger is now. If this finger is cut, you got to sew it up. Regardless of what happened, he might ask you what happened to my finger. That ain't gonna have no bearing on you fixing it. Fix the finger, man.
And we noticed that when they can keep you back on yesterday, they can always keep you back there.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow's what we do. What's already happened, we can't change that.
I believe every child, FBA in this country, I believe every child needs to know what happened. And I mean, go back as far as they can go. And then because they need to understand that these people have not changed. They're not going to change.
But see, my thing is that puts a, I'm going to tell you something.
Me and you not going to agree on that because I don't think they're going to ever change.
I'm going to tell you something. I tell this story all the time. I tell this story all the time. When I first came home from jail, I had to take 2 of them at one time. I had about 12 of them on the books, felonies. I had to plea out the 2. I came home. Somebody said, "Bro, man, you got them charges on your record, man. You ain't gonna be able to get no job." They just said that one simple little statement. You ain't gonna be able to get no job, and it went right here. And it took me 10 years. It took me 10 years to even try to even find my way, because I believe that you can't tell somebody that this is not their country. This is not a place for you. We went through this. This is not for you. You can't achieve this. You can't accomplish that. Because when you tell them that, that's going to stick there. Their feet go be in quicksand before they even realize it. You know what I mean? I had to get up and go try. The next thing I know, I was running the building. See, it's the past, man. I'm gonna tell you something. The past is non-applicable. The past is non-applicable.
Well, let's just look at what Jesus said about it. Let's look at what Jesus said about it.
God is in you, you God. And that's what they're trying to make sure you don't recognize. You are God.
I believe.
Let's just look at what Jesus said about
it. And that's what they want. That's what they want to make sure that they ruining you, that you don't know who the hell you really are.
I know who I am, but that can cause a victim is not who you want to be, though.
The Bible says this, Blo. The Bible says this: any man having put his hand to the plow and looking back ain't fit for the kingdom of God. Now, he said, let the dead bury the dead. That's dead back there. Bury that, man. That's dead. Bury the dead. You ain't even fit if you still keeping looking back, bro. You can't go nowhere. The windshield is like Blo said, the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror. The windshield is way bigger than the rearview mirror. Come on. I know you. We understand about slavery. We can't dwell there. You can't change none of that.
We trying to find a medium. We're trying to find a medium where Martin and Malcolm is gonna agree.
Yeah.
And hey, that's good. That's good. That's good talking. But who gonna bury the dead? Who gonna bury the dead? They not trying to bury the dead.
That's you don't know.
Listen, hold it. Time out. You want us to bury the dead?
No. Yeah.
But what about them?
Let them bury
every day they show us. Every day they show us that they show us where we came from and what they're about. Every day we see it. Every day we find one of us dead and in some crazy situation. Who they are they trying to help us to forget the past?
Let me ask you this. You said
they want us to remember.
We want us dead. We kill more of our own people than they do every day. That's a fact. So if you're gonna start somewhere, start at the house, bro. Start cleaning the house up. We kill more of our people every day than white people do. You find one dead over there. They got 5 shot in Chicago yesterday. 4 died. Come on, man. You see, that's what I'm saying. While you looking back, you forgetting to look to the side. Look at all this stuff in front of you. You forgot to look in front. You looking back at, come on, man. We got 4 of us died in one day by our own people, and nobody's addressing that.
But somebody's going to address it. But one thing about it, somebody's going to address it. We talking about forgetting our past. We talking about forgetting what happened back there 100 years ago. Maybe somebody can help us forget it by not killing us wholesale. Public lynchings. It's happening every day. You know what I mean? And the only way we're gonna forget it is that somebody help us forget it. I personally don't think we should ever forget that, because you definitely ain't going nowhere. If you forget your enemy, he gonna always be near you. He gonna always be near you and always be trying to cut your throat. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I don't agree that we are our worst enemy. We are some weak people, because we are falling for the okie doke.
We're gonna get to this next step we got. But we don't deserve it. Your enemy ain't behind you. Your enemy is in front of you. That's where your enemy at. Your enemy ain't behind you. He right in front of you.
But his children are right here.
That's where he at. Okay.
His children run this, brother.
That's okay. He's still in front of you.
His children
ain't running it. They dead children ain't running it. They dead kids, they mothers and fathers ain't running it. They dead. The one that's running is right before you.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't agree with that. I ain't gonna agree with that. I'm telling you, bull karma.
Think about look at y'all. Why they follow down? How stupid these black people are. First they say they're Muslim. That don't work. Then they say they're Jews. That don't work. Now they're saying Jesus is black. Damn. I mean, has anybody ever taken the time to look at how stupid black people are? Now Black Lives Matter. For what? I'm tired of the Democrat Party making bitches out of our women and pussies out of our men. I'm tired of it. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. The man needs to stand up and be a man. Stand up and take back our community. Stand up and tell the truth. And Al Sharpton needs to go. He needs to be off television tomorrow. He needs to go. You look at the children that are suffering, ain't got no daddy, and watching mama and some nigga dragged in off the street having sex because all they got is that one room. And the daughter's watching, a 3-year-old daughter watching sex going on. It needs to stop. Free bus ride. Rent free. There go the niggas again. Government, gimme. You can't manage niggas. You can't trust me. I've been working with them for 45 years. A nigga just ain't gonna do the right thing. He got an attitude about everything. Yeah. Pastor Manning. He ain't for the black man. He against the black man. Then you got rap music. Damn. And it gets worse. Our youth today, they're like a bunch of monkeys. I swear before God. Black Gen Zers, somewhere between 15 and 30, they're like monkeys. They're like marauding monkeys. Turn loose on shopping malls, restaurants, running amok, knocking over things, fighting and shooting and killing, half naked. They're like monkeys. Send their asses back to the jungle.
What he's saying is not all fake and false, man. You go look at these videos I'll be posting, these people fighting in the street and twerking on cars and getting kicked out of stuff and always violent. It's not every black person, but it's enough of them that black people need to say there's a difference between.
Right.
Hey, I can see that. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree with a lot of that. I can agree. Hey, I agree 100% with a lot of that.
And that's what we're talking about. How you stop that?
I don't disagree with him on that.
Yeah,
shit, because I think that
that's what I'm talking about.
We
definitely got that going around. And just like one of the commenters said, every time they kill one, it's an outrage. Every time we kill 5, nobody says nothing.
Well, that's why we gotta start saying something. And listen, everybody looking for the change, but you the change. We the change.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Somebody gotta say something then. You know what I mean? And you know, and hey, I agree with him on a lot of that stuff he said right there. But definitely, we gotta be the one to say something today. We ain't getting no older, we ain't getting no younger. You know, it's our turn to speak up.
Right.
And do something about it. You know what I mean? And individually good. Take care of yourself. But if something gotta be done, hey, they took trades out of school, they ruined families doing that.
Yeah.
These young kids, they took trades out of school, took prayer out of school, it filled up the prisons.
That's
See?
right.
I mean, nobody said nothing when they did those kind of things to them. Listen, that's war. That was war techniques right there, brother, when they did stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, hey, I agree with a lot of stuff that you said right there. We definitely got to stop all of the foolishness, but we definitely got to pay attention to what our enemy is doing to us on a mass level. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of things that we are doing. You don't even realize that the sign that they got scientists behind these sociologists working in laboratories to make you do crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
It's called MK Ultra. That's what we talked about last week. It's a call of mind control type of thing. That's exactly what we got people. And if you really go back and look at it, all those things you named, school, prayer, find out who took that stuff out, and you'll find out you've been following the wrong people in most cases. Just find out who took that stuff out of school, who took prayer out of school, who did that. Find out if you didn't vote for those same people. I'm just gonna tell you. Yeah, exactly. They did all of that.
A lot of them worked on it, and enough of them did not fight against it. You know what I mean? So-called civil rights leaders, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Now
this video right here. Yeah, it kind of piggyback on what we was what he was talking about when he was talking about the youth. Here we go.
It's a warm day to be wearing that jacket. You're gonna get hit by a car here. You're gonna get hit by a car here. Stop. Stop. I'm asking you to stop. I'm asking you to stop. I'm doing a traffic stop on you. You walk across the road in front of a car. It's a warm day to be.
Yeah, so that brings us up to this topic. What you think about these young kids overdressing in the hot sun and this never lacking movement or whatever they got going on? I don't know what started these kids to doing it. I mean, to me, it's like they mindset is kind of off. Like it's like they walk around with their hair crazy looking. Then you make them get a haircut. Then they in class with their hood on. They don't want to take the hood off their hair. You know, when their hair looking crazy, I guess all the students accept that. But when you get a haircut and you looking neat and presentable, now they laughing and picking at the kid that's looking decent. And then now they wearing toboggans on their head. They got the hoodies on. They got they got jeans on, and it's 95 degrees outside.
I mean, what was that kid doing to make that a costume like that? You know what I mean?
And that's the thing.
He was wearing a hoodie. He was wearing a hoodie, and it was 95 degrees outside. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. If me and you were standing on the corner, if me and you standing out there, we got shorts and t-shirts on, a joker come walking up to us with a hoodie on, we automatically getting defensive because you out here looking crazy. I'm just saying that you automatically, we gonna get defensive because we've been out on the streets. We know jokers walk up with hoodies. We know they got guns and carry guns and all of this. Yeah, you can wear what you want. I don't disagree with that. But look where you're going to wear it at and what you're doing. You think people don't supposed to be suspicious? You don't think people ought to be suspicious? Are you going to stand on the court? Me and Bloke could be standing in a parking lot talking. Here come a joker walking up us fully hooded in the 90-degree weather with his hands in his pocket. Now, what do you think we going to do? No, what would you do?
Well, listen, I know a lot. Hey, understand? I know a lot of people that wear coats in the summertime. I've seen people wear coats. A lot of people got mental. A lot of people got mental issues. You don't even know it's cold.
You're going with mental
now. You don't even know it's hot.
Well, okay, if you're mental and I'm the police and I'm thinking you might be mental, I got to check you out. That's the whole problem. That's what I'm saying. If you saying somebody might be mental, the way things going on in this day and age, people walk around coming shooting up malls, okay, and stuff like that, just walk around shooting people. And if you're a cop, what would you be thinking? See, people get the idea, oh, yeah, you can wear what you want. Yeah, till they run up on you like that. Yeah, that'll be a problem.
Do you think people not getting
I think he approached that kid wrong. And I think that if that kid ain't done nothing illegal, I think he shouldn't even bother him. That's what I think personally. I didn't see nothing that he was doing but walking. And that's not against the law to wear a coat in the summertime. Listen, man, hey, listen.
I mean, it's not.
You are hunted. Listen, you are hunted. Don't ever forget that.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
I understand that, but it's okay. But look, it's okay to somebody come from up under when it's
going. You ain't got to do nothing to get a bullet.
You ain't got
to do nothing to get shot. You ain't got to do nothing to get killed by them. Nothing.
Okay, let me ask you a simple question, bro. Let me ask you a simple question. What's wrong with just stopping and saying what you want, officer? If you ain't got nothing to hide, if you ain't doing nothing, what's wrong with that? Listen, if I'm not crazy, other than me being crazy, okay, other than me being crazy, I can stop. If I got a hoodie on, I'm walking down the street and the police stop me, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say, yeah, what's up? Oh, I just wanted to know. Okay, I'm gone. If I ain't done nothing, if I ain't doing nothing, I ain't got nothing to hide from. That's the first step. Now, if I'm having crazy, that's another thing.
No, the young brother was walking. He wasn't bothering nobody. There's no reason to approach him.
I think
every killer was doing that. Every killer that's done killed people without them knowing it was doing that. Every person that had a hoodie on that's walked up to somebody and shot them dead was minding their own business. Till they got to where they were going to do what
Trayvon Martin had a hoodie on. I mean,
what? We ain't gonna talk about Trayvon today because there's a lot to it evidently you don't know. You need to go watch the whole deal about Trayvon Martin.
The brother wasn't
because he had a hoodie on.
The brother wasn't breaking no law.
Somebody after death, he should have been. He could have went on too.
The young brother wasn't breaking no law. He shouldn't have been bothering. Really, that's personally how I feel about that.
Well, I can agree with that. All right, so let's get to this question. Yeah. What's your thought on Epstein? Do you think people are not getting mad enough? So first of all, Epstein is dead. And second of all, I think the thing about it is, and my thing is this, we all know what happened to rapists and child pedophiles in this country. If I did it, if anybody that I know did it, I know what's going to happen to them if they find out I did it. Now, we take somebody, because I might be insinuating, but I think you're probably asking about Epstein to probably ask, why haven't Trump been locked up behind the Epstein files? My thing with this is this. You take the most hated American, we can agree, the most hated person walking around these American streets is Donald Trump. You take him, you take the man that wasn't even the president and got attacked, all these felonies, all these charges, all these, the president got this amount of felonies, all this crazy stuff. You telling me that you think that this man raped somebody and ain't nobody locked him up for it? Just like y'all let's say he staged the shooting, but you trying to tell me that this man is hated as he is, wouldn't nobody shoot at him? I don't understand that. Some of y'all would shoot at him if y'all had a gun and a scope and a free shot, y'all will pull the trigger. But y'all will sit up and say he faked somebody trying to kill him when you would kill him. That's what I don't see. Sometimes y'all don't even have logic. I don't think that the man, I don't think that he's beloved enough to get away with raping people, especially over and over again, and be walking free. And I think you know better than that too. And a lot of us know better than that. Trump ain't just running around raping a whole bunch of people and walking around free. He ain't got that much power. He ain't have enough power to not go to trial.
Yeah, I personally, I don't know Trump. You know, I don't know nothing about it. All I know is that he did something about these kids being messed with like that. I appreciate him for doing that.
Transitioning kids, exactly. Yeah. He against transgendering kids.
I appreciate him for that, you know, because ain't no man has started saying nothing but him. You know what I mean? So I appreciate him for that. I don't know what he raped or if he raped anybody or not, but they did the same thing to Michael Jackson. Said all those bad things about Michael. And FBI, all of them followed Michael Jackson for years. Michael Jackson was watched all his life. And I'm pretty sure if there was something on him, they would have got it.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. That man is the most. You can't get up. That man is the most hated person in the history of America, probably one of the most hated people ever. I ain't never seen nobody that hate somebody that'll do something to help you.
Well, you know, the way I feel about this is, you know, Trump is just Trump. I think he done did the most for America. I think he done did some shady stuff, just like everybody else. I don't like the way he went to war. I think he was paid off by Miriam Ellison. $300 million they gave him for his campaign. I believe that was for Israel. I don't like the Israel thing, but Trump has done more than anybody else. Now, this is the analogy that I give everybody so they can see it and understand it. It's just like this. When people look at prisoners, they all look at it like all prisoners the same. They just been in prison, they've been locked up, they ain't no good. Most people take that approach or something wrong with them, which is not even half the truth. Because even though they all might have done something wrong, they still not all the same. Some of them deserve to be in there. Some of them need to be out. Some of them don't even really deserve to be in there. So, but you look at all of them the same. They ain't nothing but a felon. They ain't nothing but a criminal. They done been locked up. But some is not as bad as others. Now, that's the way I take the presidency. And I'm not going to judge them because they all been the president, just like they all been prisoners. But I got to take it by what they actually do. Until people can start naming me some things that these presidents, like Barack Obama and them, has done, okay? Then they're all the same. Now, what's going to set you apart is what you do. If you got no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, okay, no tax on overtime. If you give child $1,000 when they're born to go for their life eternity to grow, okay. If you stop children from being mutilated, if you take men out of women's sports, okay. If you close the border, I'm looking at stuff you do. Until people start naming something that anybody else was doing for this country, then I really think they had to shut the hell up. That's just why I feel about it. Now you just start naming something or sit back and start looking.
Yeah, but you know what? But this is the thing, and this is the problem with America right now. This is the problem with America.
Yeah,
you got people out here right now praying and hope that Iran kill them so they can start back stop taking your taxes out your overtime, start taking your taxes out your overtime again, open the border back up, go back to transitioning the kids.
Yeah,
all this crazy. The real pedophilia. That's real
exactly what you want.
Yeah,
man,
that's exactly what you want.
You have people that's not even. The Democrats had people that's not even kin to your children doing stuff to your kids that you can't even do.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Now, ain't that crazy? Come on now. Y'all support a party that do stuff like that? Come on now. So that stuff don't make no sense.
So when you look at
outlook, bro. Man, look, I work 15 hours of overtime a week. Do you know? Thank God for Trump. Time and a half. I work 15 hours a week overtime. Come on now. Don't take that back away because you in your feelings because they got you thinking back about, man, racism. I'm going to be honest with you. Systematically, racism is alive. I get it. We see it with the Carmelo Anthony. We seen it with the Asian man that killed the young boy. We see it with the petty crimes when somebody go rob a bank for $5,000, get life with no parole. Man, corporate blue collar crime. He steal $20 million from the corporation. He get 2 years probation. We know that systematic racism is still going on, but racism, Jim Crow racism, it really don't have a place in America. It don't really have a place in America because you have no white man. Look, you got white people that go, man. You got white people that go to college with black people. They go to elementary school with black people. They work with black people. They really don't have no hard up feelings for black people. And you got black people that do the same with white people. I don't have no hard up. And just because you like your race more than another race, don't make you a racist. Right. It don't. Right. If you look out for rich white people, I think he's supposed to. Right. I think he's supposed to, because if I became the president, I'm gonna look out for everybody that's right in my group. I'm gonna look out for me and mine. You're supposed to, and you can't knock nobody for that. But my thing is this: just because you say something a million times, don't make it true. Right. Just because y'all keep saying Trump a pedophile, if ain't nobody came forward and he ain't been judged by 12 and found guilty, he not no pedophile. Why y'all just keep spewing that out? You can say that about me. Until you blue in the face, you don't make it true because I ain't committed the act. Right. I don't get it. I'll do a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff out there, man. Everybody, but you hypocrites because you do the same thing you'll judge somebody for doing. Excuse me, y'all.
Hey, Trump. Hey, the only thing I don't like about MLK is that we forced integration. See, I got white friends, you understand? But it's mutual. See, and that's where you messed up. You don't force nothing. You understand? A lot of women took beatings because they thought somebody was going to love them. You understand? But listen, what he taught was not good. You know, you sit there and you take a beating because you think somebody's gonna love you. A lot of that stuff, listen, you don't force nothing. You let stuff go naturally.
Let me tell you about that.
That's the only thing I hate about it.
Me and Blow talk about that all the time. You put a white kid, a black kid, an Asian kid, and let them kids play. Guess what? They're going to just play together. They'll suck each other candy, drink each other thing. Ain't nothing forced there. That's natural. What is forced is the racism, the separation of it. That part is what was forced. The separation was forced because if you put kids in a group, they don't care who it is. They playing. That's another child. That's all they know. That's all they know. They're gonna play with any child. They don't care what color that child is. All they know is that's a child. That's not forced. That's natural. The forcing part is the forcing kids apart. That's where the forcing come in at. Force them apart. Force them that this person is different and he ain't like you and he ain't deserving of what you're doing. That's a force.
I'm gonna disagree about that separation being forced. Separation is not forced. Separation is natural. You got your natural. You got your natural place you want to be, and that's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
No. Well, I gotta disagree with that. I think that's all. You gotta teach that. You gotta teach that though. You gotta teach that.
People gonna go where they want to go. And then there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
They'll be with anybody. They'll be with anybody that's kind to them. You got to force them people to not like each other. You have to really actually tell them not to like each other. If your kids grew up together like that, they would love each other throughout life. They would love each other throughout life. You would have to force a wedge in between those kids. You would have to force them to be separated. You could not separate them if they grew up together just like that. Ain't no way you can force them to you have to force them apart. That's what I'm talking about. Because if they all grew up together, they'll all play together till they grown. When they're grown, they'll be together, they'll still hang out together. You would have to drive a wedge between those kids to get them to separate. That's a fact.
Yeah, but
that's what they did. That's what they keep doing.
Right. I understand. It get back to the parents, and they the one in exactly. You see the kids playing, but parents got different ideas of what they want their children to be.
Parents, that ain't the kids.
Yeah.
If you leave it to the kids, they're gonna grow up like they're supposed to. When you put it to the parents, then that's a problem. They forcing them to be apart. Yeah, that's what's happening today.
I don't think we have a problem with being separate. I think if it's natural, if it's a natural coming together, I think that's okay. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a problem. I think I don't have a problem with Confederate flag.
I don't either.
Jim Crow. I don't have a problem with none of that. You know what I mean? Let that be what it want to be. Right. Find your space, and you cultivate that. And I think that's where our problem is. We done sat around here and tried to put everything in the same pot. It just don't. It's not natural, bro. You know what I mean? If everybody want to work together, good. But for people that want to be over there, why they can't? When you go to prison, you don't see none of that integration stuff. People go where they naturally fit in. Chicanos go over there.
Controlled environment. That's because it's a controlled environment. They trying to create the prison out here. They trying to create the prison out here. That's a controlled environment.
But this is not controlled.
It's natural. That's why it's natural. Out here.
It's natural. You're gonna flock where you want to. You're gonna flock where you are most likely to flock to. It's just natural. It's a natural process. It's not. It's not just how you grow up, man.
But everybody still like who they like and cool with who they cool with.
Right.
I'm pretty sure just because I'm on the black side of the pod don't mean I don't have a white buddy that I have understanding.
As long as it's not forced, it's all good. You know what I mean?
I don't think none of it. To be honest with you, I don't think none of it
between black and white people out here today. That's what's going on. They drive a wedge.
I don't think nothing's being forced, and I don't think nothing's really being forced. I don't think any parents that's raising kids and sending their kids to school. I don't think the school environment today is being forced. I don't think kids of different races are being. I don't see that as forced.
I put a survey out. I put a survey out. We got 2 black teachers, both of them men. One name is Martin Luther King, and one is Malcolm X. I'm trying to see who gonna. I'm gonna look and see what the survey say after a few weeks. I'm gonna see how many people choose Martin or choose Malcolm as far as their. There's only 2 black teachers in the whole district. I put a survey out, and we can put that online here. Let's do it. Let's do a survey. Do it online. You know what I mean? While you're there, Martin or Malcolm. You only got 2 black teachers in this whole district, and put a survey out. Let's see, and let's come back next week. Let's find out where the people stand. Where the people stand.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll put it up
You
and see
know,
what
I
they
think
got.
that'd be cool. I got it on Facebook up, but I want to see. I would like to see, since you got a bigger platform, you got one that's pulling people the pulling people in. Let's see what they say. Malcolm or Martin, as far as
Yeah, I
education,
ain't got no problem with that. But shoot,
2026, 2027 school year, you got 2 black teachers, 2 black men teachers only. Malcolm or Martin? Put the answer down there.
yeah, that's a good one. Well,
Let's
shoot,
see
me and
what's
Art,
up.
we're gonna continue to bring you more episodes just like this one, between what I got to say, what Art had to say, what Brother Melvin Muhammad had to say in the comments. The truth is in there somewhere.
It's in there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I think we can. I think we can come together at a medium somewhere. But
Yeah.
I don't think forcing anybody to like me or to give me justice you can't force nobody to do nothing, man. That's something you got to go and create for yourself. You got to listen. That's why that's where we at. That's why we where we at, because somebody tried to force it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that, I think that dream was a trick. I'm just sorry, but you can't force that. People gonna come together if they want to come together, and if they don't want to come together, what's wrong with that? Why they can't be over there? Why white people can't have their own spot?
That's true. But I think God put us on here to meet each
without
other.
us.
I think
Why
God
we
put us
gotta
on the
push up
road to
in
meet
their
each
spot?
other.
Huh? Why we gotta push up in their spots? You know, they want a restaurant and they don't want no black people in there eating and drinking. Why we gotta push up in there talking about you gonna give me something to drink to eat? That was wrong. That wasn't right. I think that was wrong as hell. You know. But anyway,
that's a good topic to debate on.
Yeah, I think we was wrong. I think we was wrong for doing that, bro. I really do. I think we were dead wrong, and I think that we are paying the price for that. Somebody telling you no, and you steady pushing up on them. What you think you gonna get?
See, that's the problem, though, Brother Muhammad. My thing is this. So how would you feel if you consider yourself to be living in a, like I say, I feel like an overachiever, right? I feel like an overachiever because I feel like if you put in any situation, no matter who your counterparts are, even white people, if you work hard, your hard work go pay off. I don't think it's about being included. I think that I feel like when you have that kind of mentality, you feel like there's a limit to what you can do or what you can be or something like that.
No, I don't understand. I don't understand your analogy.
I'm saying like why I'm trying to see, like, I don't see how. Okay, so let's take Martin Luther King. Let's say he never had a dream, right? If Martin Luther King never had a dream, you think today would be better?
Of course, I do. I think without him we would have been better off, because we was doing good in 1921. I'm sorry. Listen, we came from nothing and built Black Wall Streets. So I got this. I'm sorry, man.
And
I'm sorry, man.
this is my point. This is my point. The only thing that is stagnant is the mentality of black people. That don't have nothing to do with white people. The black people kill black people. It don't have nothing. Listen. If they came right now, and you go to work tomorrow and they say you fired, and you say, why I'm fired? And they say because you black, and they have a big story. We going back to our own thing. Y'all have y'all own thing. All of us lose our jobs. All of them keep their jobs, right? The only way for us to survive is to go to plantations to make money, whatever they pay us to feed our families, right? What is the first thing we're going to need? Everything we got today. That's what I don't understand about black people. We see the mentality is this. The mentality is if we wouldn't have never, so basically what you're telling me is if we would have never integrated with white people, then we would have more. But what I'm saying is we are integrated with black people, with white people, and we ain't doing nothing.
I think we'd have been more safer, and I think we'd have been more peaceful. And I think our families would have been more together today without the integration. Yeah, I do.
When if you look at it, probably not even 1% of what happened to us as a culture even really happened by white people.
Excuse me? Huh?
Out of everything that happened to me, out of any three of us up here, I doubt it would be to a white person. I ain't never in my life, I've never had a confrontation with a white person, hands on, or with weapons or anything.
But it doesn't. I mean, singularly, you might have escaped their rap. But I mean, but on a collective basis, no, man. On a collective basis, we all been affected by that, by what they by their how do you say, scientific Frankenstein way of life. Frankenstein sitting in a laboratory experiment on us. Oh, brother, are you serious? No question about that, brother. Hey, we'd have been much better off just trying. Man, listen, you don't understand. We already had those things. We gave them all up when we called ourselves getting closer to somebody. You know what I mean? That didn't want us. So I mean, no, I think no. We gave up all our businesses then and everything. I have to agree. No, I don't think integration wasn't the end all be all for us. We messed up right there.
Well,
I think we already had everything.
I think we all got to be here on this.
We all got to be here, but there ain't nothing wrong with white people.
I tell you what,
ain't nothing wrong with white people being in their space. Ain't nothing wrong with black people being in their space. And when black people and white people decide they want to get together, okay. Ooh, nobody has a problem with that.
Let me tell you something. We always gonna have wars, and that's all that would have been is a war.
Yeah.
And the problem with that particular war is we're outnumbered. And you can't win a war basically outnumbered. You got to win the mind game. You got to win the mind game. See, because anything you let happen to you is because you wasn't thinking. Anything that you do is because you wasn't thinking or you wasn't told. Right now, anybody that want to be a doctor can be a doctor. Okay, all they got to do is get on. You can go on the internet and become a doctor. You can go to school for 8 years on the internet and become a doctor and go out there and get a job. Or you can be a lawyer. See, back then you didn't have the opportunity to have the information. Today, the information is wide open. We got the internet. Ain't nothing you can't look up. You can look it all up today. Okay, but back then we didn't have that. We didn't have that. Our ancestors did not have that. Yeah, we're outnumbered. We didn't have that. But today it's even. They done even it out with the internet. Because now you can think. See, but we ain't teaching our kids to think. We teaching them just like that man said, monkeys going out. Whose kids are those out there in the streets? Any of them your kids out there in these shopping malls? Who out here? Whose kids is that running out there in these shopping malls, tearing up stuff, running in the stores? We see it all the time. Whose child is that? Because you're responsible for that child. Whose child is it?
With more
Let's make
information,
that out, we'll have better results.
They gather less knowledge.
Becoming a lawyer.
They've gathered less knowledge with more information.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, they dumbing them down.
That's the truth. They dumb down.
We got
no more nothing. They dumb down.
We got children that was all out there in the street like that. I mean, come on, that's somebody's child, somebody's children. Whose is it? Who's stepping up, taking responsibility? Ain't no way 50 children should be out there at night like that doing all that. Teenagers, 13, 14, 15 years old. Where's the parents? Let's start with that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I understand what you're saying, but I think we were much smarter.
You don't blame the white man for that?
Well, listen, I'm not blaming nobody. I'm blaming the fact that we gave up. We gave them our options away.
We gave. You don't have to keep giving.
When you integrated, you gave up all your power. You said, white man feed me, white man give me this, white man give me government. We call government white man because it's all it is, you know. But I'm just saying, when you integrated, you gave up all your power. You should have been rebuilding your infrastructure.
Now what you
should
gonna
be
do
rebuilding
about it?
your infrastructure.
So what you gonna do about it right now?
I know they discourage you. I know it's
You know what I'm
discouraging
saying?
when they
What
burn
is
your
you gonna
shit
do
down.
about that right now? That's why we said your past can't dictate your future. What are you gonna do
Well,
about it right now? You can't
well,
change
we
what they
putting,
did. You can't change what
well,
they did, so we ain't gonna try to change what nobody did. That's why we
well,
keep
like I
talking
said,
about the past don't really matter. What are you gonna do right now?
getting the information correct is the first thing we're gonna have to do. You know what
I
I'm saying?
don't need
And
information
then,
about that. I need to go from right here. I can care less. I know the information is I can get on this internet, I can go to school, I can be what I want to be and do what I want to do. That's all I need to know.
but we got doctors and lawyers and still all over the country, all over the world,
Where
brother.
we can still get them.
And
What
we
that got to
still,
do with being a slave?
and
What that got to do with being a
most
slave?
of them are not with freedom.
What?
They're
What's
with
wrong with
money.
that?
They trying to get their dollars up. That's all they trying to get.
Well, that's what
But
everybody ought to be trying to get.
now understand something. You ain't got but one lawyer out there that everybody talk about. That's Ben Crump. Why is that?
He's an ambulance chaser. That's all he is.
No, he ain't.
Yes,
He
he
the
is.
only man. See, that's what's wrong with us, brother.
Okay.
No, see, who gonna help him? Who? Somebody need to get in there and help that brother.
Have him do what?
He ain't no ambulance chaser.
Help him do what? All he doing is suing people.
We
Every
ain't
time he see a black
agreeing on
crime,
that.
he go to suing people. How many teens have he brought in and taught to stay off the street?
Somebody gotta say
he taught to
something.
bring in and stop thugging?
We got thousands of lawyers, black lawyers. Nobody else is helping this brother.
Nobody else is chasing ambulances like him. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Okay. So if he don't say nothing, nobody else saying nothing. That's what I'm saying. All this education is not the key, brother. If it was the key, we'd have been fixed this shit.
No, we wouldn't.
I mean, but we all trying to find a way.
We
We all listen though. But we all trying to find a way though. We all trying to find our way.
I just gave it. I just gave
it
to you.
You got a book out. You got a book out, and you
I just gave it away. I just gave it away. It's okay. It's okay for white folks to be over there. It's okay for black folks to be over there. If they want to come together, they come together on their own. That's how you fix this. You don't force nothing. And that's why we are in the position we're in today. Because we tried to force them. You tried to force them to give you a cup of coffee in their restaurant. Sleep in their neighborhood. You don't force nothing. You come together on your own. And anytime you force something, you know it don't fit. That's natural.
I'm gonna go back to my same question. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it right now? It's already happening.
What I'm gonna do about it right now is not force shit. I'm gonna stay in my lane.
You can't stop that.
Listen, not force. I'm sorry. I'm a not force shit. I'm gonna stay in my lane and work with my young brothers and my young sisters. Try to get this It Takes a Village nonprofit up, where we train our young men, young women to come up in these trades. That's what we doing. We do it a piece at a time. But as far as forcing yourself in somebody's world, that's where we at today. Well, and I don't think nobody can disagree with that now. Well, I think everybody can see. If understand something, I'm gonna say I don't want to be too abrasive, but in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, before integration, my grandma used to brag about Winston-Salem. I said, why she bragging about Winston-Salem, North Carolina? They had their own bus system. You understand? 500 public buses. They had their own public transportation system. They didn't have to use white man bus system. Integration ruined that. Put all them black people out of work. It ruined families. See what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, don't force that, brother. Make that shit work and make it work naturally. And we're gonna come out a lot better. And we're gonna be more peaceful. Less high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Less pressure on our system. Because all this stuff is very unhealthy. This kind of living is unhealthy, trying to worry about what these people got coming at us next. You know what I mean? We get up every day. We get up every day with this mindset. You know, we get up every day worrying about what they're gonna do, how they're gonna run the next game on us. Everybody feel that. Well, even white people feel it today.
I ain't worried about what game they running. They ought to be worried about the game I'm running.
Well,
So I'm just saying that's the
we
whole
just
point. You worried
we
about
just
more
talked.
than they need to be worried about. They ain't the
We
biggest
just talked
threat as you
about
think
how
they
we
are.
gonna fix it. We just talked about how we gonna fix it, right? And
Right.
I'm my mission I already been doing. I can pull up some of that stuff right, where I've been kids in training classes. They've been going on these jobs with me. They've been painting. They've been sheetrocking. I got whole videos. I'm going to pull them up for you, and hopefully I can pull them up. In fact, you can actually pull them up on YouTube at jackspropainters.com. If you pull them up on YouTube, you'll see all the young brothers.
I'm gonna ask you one question though before we get out here. We got to go. We ran over time.
Yes, sir.
Still, you're gonna have to deal with them people because you're gonna have to go get lumber if you want to build something. You're gonna have to go get electricity. You're gonna have to deal with them, bro.
Hey, like I said, as long as we doing it,
you got to go in their business. Is what I'm talking about.
Mutually,
you saying stand out the restaurant. What about going to the store over there? What about going to get you some lumber to build something? What about
as
going
long
to get
as
you some
the as long as the interaction is mutual and cordial, everybody can deal with that, bro.
Well, that's about anything. That's just like going in their restaurants. As long as it's mutual, it's okay. Don't nobody force it. There's a lot of people that don't mind black people coming in their restaurants. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You only gonna have a few people.
Today we there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
About what happened
I'm just saying. We closed a lot of businesses and we closed a lot of shit down because of trying to force our way in on somebody else's stuff. You know what I mean? And I don't think that was right. I think we had our own stuff. We had our own raggedy schools. We had our own stuff to fix up and concentrate on our own infrastructure. You know what I mean? Instead of putting all our.
Let me ask you a question.
Well,
we got a lot of black billionaires. How come we ain't got no grocery stores, black grocery stores? We got a lot of black billionaires.
There we go.
Millionaires, we got a bunch of black millionaires.
Atlanta,
we ain't got no black grocery store we can go into.
In fact, I think one just came up in Atlanta, a black owned grocery store. If I'm not mistaken, I can Google it when you get a chance.
They need a chain of them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, one grocery store at a time. But this forcing stuff is not good. That's not how you do that. You don't force them to do nothing. I think things are gonna be more productive for us when they see us turn inward and start working to fix our own shit. You know what I mean? When they see us standing up on our own, correcting our own shit again, then we're gonna really have problems. They don't want us doing that.
Well,
separated, divided, conquered is what they want. It's what this system wants. Everybody come here to bleed on us. Everybody come here to take from us. Everybody. From the FBA, the Foundation of Black American, the one that already built this mess. See what I'm saying? Everybody come here to get a piece of us. Well, that's what we gotta correct. You know what I mean? And
that's why we now understand where they're working from. They're working with our kids, bro. They're trying to destroy our kids. You old people, we old that's getting old. We can't do that. It's up to the kids. And I hate to put this generation I see out here in charge of anything. Okay.
Right. You find my kids. Hey,
you better be getting that straight first. You can't do nothing without getting that straight. I'm telling you right now. These generations, if that's what we leaving in charge, forget it.
You'll find me. You'll find me working with the kids. You'll find me working with the kids. Look at Jack's Pro Painters. It's on YouTube. Look up a Blue Sport. That's on YouTube. And you see the kids. These kids were 14, 15. They actually grown men now. They actually really, out on their own. I was there when they graduated high school. You know what I mean?
All right, we done went over. So, we got to go. We got to get off air. Our time is up. We thank everybody for joining in today. Hey, Brother Muhammad, we glad you came. That's his book. Y'all check it out.
Yeah, Blue Sport.
Put it in the description box. We might grab a few from him myself and get them out on the show. Somebody be the lucky winner. Okay, it's one thing for certain.
Two things for sure.
We're gonna tell the truth.
This is time.
And the truth hurts. We keep it real.
All right, brother. I love y'all, man.